Our high school game of the week featured the Leonardtown Raiders. Home opener against Thomas Stone. Raider fans turned down for what? On the field, a different story, however. Jawan Briscoe continues his meteoric rise this season for Thomas Stone. This home run touchdown coming in the first quarter as Stone jumped out to an early 16-0 lead. Second quarter now, Raiders down 23-0 until Derek Board takes matters into his own hands. Ducking, dodging, juking, cutting up and carrying on with the kickoff return touchdown. 23-7 Stone leads. Right before the half, Stone fumbles, Leonardtown recovers. Check out the great field position inside the red zone. Raiders with a chance. But on the ensuing possession, QB Hunter Klein gets in trouble and gives it right back to the Cougars. Stone would score off that turnover, 36-7 at the half. Unfortunately, more of the same in the second half as Briscoe breaks another big one on the first play from scrimmage. Raiders drop the home opener 49-7.
Here now with head coach Ron Weinberger of Leonardtown. Tough loss tonight. I thought in the first half you guys were hanging in there. Obviously, Stone turned it over down on the other end. You got great field positioning, and you just couldn't afford a turnover there. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened, and then it seemed like the game sort of got out of control from there. Did you sort of see it that way?
Yeah, it went fast, and that's what happens when you play a team like Thomas Stone. They've got everybody's fast. Yeah. And we were going down. We thought the tide was turning. We made the turnover, and it went fast. It was like the floodgates opened. So, that's what happens when you play speed and great talent and great coaching on the other side as well. And we're going to have to regroup on Monday. I told the guys they stepped on the field, they were worth $100. It hasn't diminished our thought of their value. We're going to watch the film. We're going to start focusing on our next opponent and go Monday.
I thought you guys ran the ball pretty effectively with Freeman and some of the other guys. It just seemed like you weren't able to really get much going through the air. What was going on there? Were you sort of staying away from the pass, or was it just something maybe Stone was doing defensively, or was Klein just maybe out of sync tonight?
No, it was really Thomas Stone. They run two safeties, and they're flying, and there's a lot of speed back there. So we're really nervous about throwing the ball. So they had a 7-man front. We thought we were going to run. Terrell Freeman got a stinger, so that took him out for a lot of the game. And we just never could get the sync going of the running. The pass, we were really nervous of it because not just the safeties, the corners, there's a lot of speed back there.
Sure.
So, again, our game plan was to run the ball. Injuries happen, and you have to step up and find that next guy.
I thought overall special teams really stood out tonight. You guys were punting the crap out of the ball, and then Bohr, of course, with the big kickoff return. Talk about the special teams tonight. They really stood out to me.
Yeah, they did. Derek's been great. He came in. He was kind of in the average of the pack in the last 2 weeks. He's probably been our hardest worker. In fact, not probably, he has been. And the dividends have paid off with his hard work. So I can't say enough about how hard Derek's worked here in the last 2 weeks. And then we actually have a soccer player from Scotland. Jamie Gilman came in as a kicker, and you saw his punts and his kickoff. So we're real excited. Of course, they have a soccer game next week, so we won't have him then. But, the kids are excited. One, because he's such a heck of a kicker, but he's from another land, so it's a chance for the kids to learn a little bit culture outside of St. Mary's County. So and you heard the fans cheering his name.
Yes.
So he's kind of like a legend here at Leonardtown.
That's cool. I'm glad you brought the fans up because I thought they were fantastic tonight, even in a losing effort. Not the way you wanted to open at home, obviously, with the loss, but just talk about the fans. Look, I went over there and got a crowd shot for my highlights, and there was a bunch of kids in togas, and they were going nuts. So talk to me just about the crowd tonight. And obviously the outcome's not what you wanted, but the crowd was really responsive, weren't they?
Oh, they were. And I feel so bad for our fans and family. They've been supportive. They've been great all season. When we've traveled well. This was our first home game. There was a tailgating party. We marched in with the band and the cheerleaders, and as you saw, the stands were packed. Yeah. And that's what we went into halftime. We talked about, hey, there's no holding our heads down. There's a lot of people here that support you.
Sure. All
you have to do is look in the stands, and we owe them that playing hard, and that's what our guys came out with, is that we owe this to the fans, to the Leonardtown community. We owe that to them, and we owe to give them a better show, and we're going to do that next time.
Now, as you at home know, every week we present a student-athlete spotlight, and we give this card here, good from Birchmart, for 2 large cheese pizzas free, of course, and a 2-liter Coke product, sponsored by Birchmart, of course, who sponsors our game of the week. This week I present it to Leonardtown High School as a whole because Coach is going to tell us about a really cool, fundraising thing you guys have going on. Under awareness, is that it?
Right, it's under awareness. What we're doing is raising new and unused underwear for children. We're donating for the Three Oaks Center in Lexington Park, and also we picked a different region in the country. We hope to do this each year. This year we're going to do the Appalachian region as well. And so the underwear, the kids are raising that. Our JV kids were at the gate today. We're doing that every home game. I think they had a huge donation today, and packages were in there. There's a lot of great organizations out there that give to needy families out there. And they give coats and shoes and clothes and food, but we very seldom think about the underwear. And it's a self-awareness for our young people who are in the school. There's 60 families in St. Mary's that we're raising for, and they with children. And when there's gym class here and they change to their gym clothes, it's that self-awareness kids don't want to change. So they'd rather fail than have that embarrassment.
Absolutely.
And so the self-esteem for a child is important. So we're thinking about that. So we're doing this as part of the under awareness drive, and that's what our whole team's doing. That's our civic project, to give back to the community. I think that's so important. We talk about the score, and they're really disappointed about that, but tomorrow we're having a pancake breakfast. The varsity's going to serve, and we're going to talk about the donations that we got today. And so that's our project for this year.
Classy move for a classy school. Of course, we'll be back here at Leonardtown for many more game of the weeks to come. Thank you, Coach Weinberger.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon, and thank you for watching Southern Maryland Sports Journal with me, Travis Thomas, exclusively on MetroCast Channel 10.
Changing times brings changing needs. That's why, for your convenience, Booth's Heating and Air have extended their service hours to 10 hours a day, Monday through Saturday, at regular service rates. Through rigorous training classes and courteous business practices, Booth's technicians always go above and beyond to provide you with award-winning customer service that you can trust. Booth's Heating and Air, serving the Southern Maryland area since 1993.